Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series tonight. These Super Late Models will be taking on the Bullring for 125 laps of short track racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee, Van Weeks, and I'm excited to call all the racing action here tonight. Right now in practice, we see Alex Mccollum is on the top of the board with a 14.19. 2/10 behind him is second place Aaron Johnson with a 14.32. Third is Shane Bedford. Fourth on the board right now is Kyle Martinson. And then fifth is Michael Wamble. Right now, we're coming to the final stretch of the season, and we have a tight race for the point standings lead. Right now, 19 points separate first and second in the point standings. Michael Wamble with 237 points, and then we have a tie for second. Josh Oswald and Mike Hasty both have 218 points. Now, Michael Wamble does have one win on his side, so that may be helping him keep a little bit of a point standings lead over Hasty and Oswald. Now, fourth in points, we have Michael Swink. And fifth in the point standings right now is Aaron Ward. See Eddie Morris in the Facebook chat. It says best broadcasters in the business. Thank you for the kind words, Eddie. Thank you for tuning in to watch the broadcast. This should be a fun one. The Bullring always has fun racing, and the Las Vegas Bullring is definitely the definition of a bullring. 0.3 of a mile, located in Las Vegas, just outside of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There's definitely a lot of beating and banging. If you really need to pass someone, kind of have to use that chrome horn, and we're going to really be seeing a lot of drivers use that chrome horn here tonight. I mean, hey, this is a bullring. So we're definitely going to see a lot of driver break out that chrome horn, maybe make some moves. Last week we were at Hickory Motor Speedway, and we saw 5 cautions for 18 caution laps and 6 lead changes. It was a great race, lots of back and forth battles, but in the end we saw Alex Mccollum ended up getting the victory. That was Mccollum's first win of the season, and with Alex getting the win, that's going to continue the trend of first time, no repeat winner. So far this season, we have not had a repeat winner, although that could change here tonight. As right now, in the top 2 here in practice, we see 2 drivers already with a win this season, Alex Mccollum and Aaron Johnson. Speaking of Aaron Johnson, Johnson finished second last week at Hickory. He led 17 laps. Third was Dylan Bates. Fourth was Eric Tracy, and then finishing in fifth was Kyle Martinson. We did see Daniel Pope the second. He dominated a lot of the race, leading 58 of the 125 laps, but he ended up having a tough break in an incident, and that ended up making him finish in that 6th place spot. So here we go. Practice is wrapping up. We are now getting set for qualifying. We do have 13 cars in the field tonight, so it's looking like we will not have a heat race. So we're going to go do qualifying and then go straight to the race. So here we go. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time. Remember, Alex Mccollum was on the top of the board in practice. Let's see if he can continue on his speed in qualifying. There we see Michael Wamble exiting the pits. Wamble looking to try to defend that point standings lead here tonight. Michael has an average start of 5th, an average finish of 5th. He's always in the top 10, always in the top 5. It's just such an awesome season. And we see Wamble to the top of the board with a 14.39. Josh Oswald second with a 14.55. Oswald 2/10 off of Michael Wamble. See, Mike Hasty able to get to... Oh, there we go. Sam Wetstein is able to get to second with a 14.49, only a tenth off of Wamble. And there we go. Alex McCollum, your leader in practice, goes to the top of the board with a 14.20. So now it's going to put Michael Wamble second on the board with a 14.39, about a tenth off. Got Ray Page on track. He's already completed his first lap time with a 14.66. He is sitting in 8th right now. Getting ready to complete his second. Ooh, he tags the outside wall a little bit there. So that's definitely going to hurt his lap time. See, Rick Rube able to get to 3rd with a 14.44. About 2/10 off of first place driver Alex McCollum. Although Rick Rube does not have a win this season, he always seems to be up there in contention for wins. Tonight may be the night for that 081 machine. Got Aaron Johnson on track. And Aaron Johnson to second with a 14.28, only 0.08 off of your current pole sitter, Alex McCollum. Aaron Johnson has one win this season. We know how he knows how to get it done. And he was the second fastest in practice. Got Kyle Martinson on track right now, getting the tires warmed up. And there we go. So this first lap is going to be a little bit slower just because Martinson is using it to get those tires warmed up. Now to start Martinson's first lap. We'll see if warming up those tires helps him. Here he comes off of turn number 4. Martinson has a 14.39, is able to squeak by Michael Wamble and get to 3rd, but still Martinson around a 10th off of first place Alex McCollum. There's Michael Wamble, maybe practicing what he's going to do after he wins tonight's event, because he's currently sitting in victory lane. Michael Wamble, definitely one of the favorites to win tonight's event, but we're going to see what happens here at the Bullring. While we're under this break, make sure to go and check out our merchandise store, IntensityBroadcasting.com. And you can get shirts, hats, mugs, mouse pads, stickers, posters with Intensity Broadcasting's logo on a lot of the items and some of our Amazing League's logo on some of the items. So make sure to go check it out. Go get you some Intensity Broadcasting merch. And we do have a Thunderstruck merchandise line where you can pick up a Thunderstruck t-shirt, Thunderstruck sticker, or a Thunderstruck poster. The link to the website is in the description. See, right now, Michael Wamble is just having fun here as we're waiting for qualifying to wrap up. Doing some burnouts, going into victory lane. I think Michael Wamble is definitely confident about winning tonight's event. Oh, we did see another driver come into the session late. That's Michael Meanies. He will not be able to do a qualifying lap. We are now going to have another 2-minute warm-up just to give these drivers a little bit of extra practice time. See Sam Wetstein on track, Michael Swink, Michael Wamble, Shane Bedford. All these drivers on track right now. And also, while we're in practice, make sure to take this time to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. It helps support us, the leagues, the sponsors, and the drivers. So make sure to do that. And also make sure to share the stream. So if you have anybody you know that also enjoys racing, they'll be able to see it and come and tune in. Because I can tell we're going to see some awesome racing action here tonight. The Bullring always makes for some incredible side-by-side beat and bang and racing. Like I said earlier, I think since this track is very hard to pass on, we're going to see a lot of drivers trying to break out that chrome horn. And I think we're going to see some drivers try moving some other drivers. It's going to be an exciting event. Racing here in these super late models at the Bullring always reminds me a bit of Cup cars at Martinsville, just kind of the racing that we see in the Cup cars at Martinsville. That's what we always seem to see with any of the short track cars at the Bullring. And any NASCAR fan knows how exciting Cup cars at Martinsville is. So it's going to be a lot of the same thing here tonight. A lot of beating and banging, a lot of moving for passes, a lot of great racing, side-by-side action. This should be a fun one. Practice is wrapping up. There we see the city of Las Vegas in view on the right side of the screen. This track is right outside of the city of Las Vegas, right by Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's talk about your starting lineup for tonight's event, starting on the pole with a 14.198. It's the one machine of Alex McCollum. Outside of him, it's the Shock I-12 racing machine of Aaron Johnson. In third, we have the 07 of Kyle Martinson. Fourth is Michael Wamble in the 181. And then rounding out your top five, we have the 081 of Rick Rube. In the sixth place spot, it's the 51 of Michael Swink. Seventh is Hoosier Motorsports' Sam Wetstein. Eighth with Moneymaker Motorsports, it's the 72 of Mike Hasty. Ninth is Oswald Racing's Josh Oswald. And then rounding out your top 10, we have the 82 of Shane Bedford. In 11th, it's the 41 of Ray Page with Full Send Racing. 12th, it's Roca Nation's number 49 of George Fernandez. 13th, it's the 30 of Michael Meanies. And then last but not least, in the 111, it's Mean Gene Watkinson. So here we go. 13 cars in the field tonight. Only one will be called the winner. The question is, who will that be? Will it be a repeat winner like Aaron Johnson or Alex McCollum? Or maybe a new face that we haven't seen in Victory Lane like Rick Rube or Michael Swink. Time will tell here at the Bullring. Pace car will be pulling in this time by. We have the lap counter on the screen. Once again, 125 laps. Pace car is in. Here we go, coming to the green. And green flag is out here at the Bullring. There we see Alex McCollum taking off side by side between McCollum and Johnson here in turns 1 and 2. And we see Alex McCollum is able to get clear, but Aaron trying to reel him back in here in turns 3 and 4. Let's see what Johnson can do here in turns 1 and 2, trying to set up the... Oh, and we see our first caution of the night is out. Looks like Michael Swink has crashed. We'll take a look at exactly what happened to that 51 machine for the wreckage replay. Here we go. So we were side by side between Rick Rube and Michael Swink here heading into turns 3 and 4. Oh, looks like Michael Swink was blinking a little bit. It just looked like they're off the corner. Swink got a little bit loose. And then Mike Hasty came up the track. You can't really see a lot of it because Swink was blinking. We see he comes out of the corner really, really loose. And it looks like, actually it doesn't look like there was any contact between him and Hasty. See, Wetstein has nowhere to go. He just got loose straight into the outside wall. Definitely unfortunate there for the 51 of Michael Swink. See, Shane Bedford trying to avoid it there. But we are now under caution. We see Alex McCollum in the short little green flag run that we did have. He was your leader, but Aaron Johnson was right there. I can tell these two are going to be battling all night long. All right, we are getting ready to go back green here. Alex McCollum restarting on the bottom. Aaron Johnson restarting on the top. Pace car is in. And green flag is back out here at the Bullring. We are side by side for second as we cross the line between Michael Wamble and Aaron Johnson. We see Johnson is able to get back clear. Wamble gets clear Martinson, but we see a crossover move for Kyle Martinson. Martinson able to get to the rear quarter panel of that 181. He's there. He's still right there heading into turns 1 and 2, but we see Michael is able to get back clear. Alex McCollum has ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 14.37. We see Chuck Johnson on Facebook says 78 for the win. We see right now Aaron Johnson sitting in that second place spot right now. 7/10 separate first and second. Alex McCollum is starting to run away from the rest of the field. Let's see if Aaron Johnson can reel him back in. We're going to watch and see if Kyle Martinson can try. Oh, we see Martinson getting to the back bumper of Michael Wamble a little bit, trying to move him out of his way. I think we're going to see a lot of that here tonight. That actually kind of helped Wamble a little bit because it gave him a boost. We see Martinson tapped Wamble's back bumper once again as we head into 3 and 4. I think we were going to see Martinson try to give another. Oh, we see Michael Wamble into the outside wall. That's going to definitely slow him down. And we see Kyle Martinson is able to get by him. Martinson now to that third place spot. We see side by side between Josh Oswald and Michael Wamble. This is for that 5th place spot. Oswald has the nose as we cross the line. But Wamble trying to come back on the outside. We saw Oswald get a little bit loose there off of turn number 2. That slowed him down quite a bit. But there we go. We see Josh Oswald able to get clear now and up to that 5th place spot. Mike Hasty down below the 1. Oh, and we're side by side coming off of turn number 2 between Mike Hasty and Michael Wamble. They're still side by side as we head here into 3 and 4. And there we go. Mike Hasty is able to get clear. Mike Hasty now to that 6th place spot. See Michael Wamble still on Hasty's back bumper, not letting him get away. Let's see what Wamble tries to do here. That was definitely a tough break for Michael. He was running really well, just got a little bit into the outside wall, and that slowed him down. Now, I do have a major announcement about Facebook. Facebook stars are doubled for Intensity Broadcasting until February 1st. Stars are always appreciated, and from now on until the end of the month, they are worth double. So it is greatly appreciated if you donate some stars. It helps support us, some of our leagues, the drivers. And once again, they are doubled for us until February 1st. And stars are definitely not required, but donating stars is appreciated. So right now we see Alex McCollum with a 1 second lead over second place driver Aaron Johnson. Man, McCollum has just run away from the rest of the field. He is on a whole nother level right now, and that was kind of how it was last week at Hickory Motor Speedway, where we saw McCollum pick up the victory. McCollum looking to try to get 2 in a row here tonight and in the streak of repeat winners. And right now, the rest of the field is very, very spread out right now. I think A lot of the drivers are just kind of in tire saving mode right now, trying to save those tires for the end of the race. So far, our biggest mover of the race is Josh Oswald, currently running in that 5th place spot. Oswald started in 9th, but he has been able to make some smart moves, avoid some of the incidents, and he's now up into the top 5. Not sure how long that will last, however, because he does have Mike Hasty reeling him in. Definitely, however, the biggest tough break was Sam Wettstein. Wettstein was involved in that first caution, and he had to come in with damage, and after that, he's just been trying to work his way back up to the field. Right now, Wettstein is down a lap. Hopefully, Wettstein can make up his lap that he lost, the lap that he lost. See right now, Shane Bedford trying to reel in Michael Wamble for that 7th place spot. I think Wamble, he was running up in the top 5, but tagged the outside wall, and ever since then, the floodgates have kind of opened for him, and I think that's going to continue as we see Shane Bedford looking low under the 181 as we head here into 3 and 4. We see Wamble is able to shut the door, but still, I don't think we've seen the end of that 82 just trying to set up a pass here, maybe for 1 and 2. He cannot. We see Wamble still staying in that 7th place spot. Still definitely watch out for that 82 machine. We see Mike Hasty has now caught Josh Oswald for that 5th place spot. We'll continue to watch this battle. We see right now Bedford still trying to get up there to Michael Wamble for that 7th place spot. We'll also be keeping an eye on that battle. We do have a battle for the 12th place spot and the lucky dog position between George Fernandez and Sam Wettstein. We'll watch that as well, because if we see a caution come out, whoever is in that 12th place spot should get their lap back, except for we see Mccollum is coming up on some lap traffic. It's looking like the next car he'll put down a lap is Ray Page. Mccollum still continues to run away from the rest of the field right now with a 1 second lead over 2nd place Aaron Johnson. What a race that one machine has had so far. We're only 33 laps through tonight's event. Let's take a look at your current top 5. We see Alex Mccollum is in 1st. Aaron Johnson sitting in 2nd. In that 3rd place spot, we have Kyle Martinson. P4, it's Rick Rube. And then rounding out your top 5 right now, we have Josh Oswald. Right now, your top 3 is looking just like it started. Alex Mccollum, Aaron Johnson, and Kyle Martinson all started in where they are at now. So McCollum started on the pole. He's in 1st. Johnson started 2nd. He's in 2nd. We see Martinson is in 3rd. He started 3rd. Ooh, we see a little bit of contact there between Alex McCollum and lap traffic George Fernandez. Hopefully we don't see lap traffic become a problem for McCollum and the rest of your top 3, Aaron Johnson, Kyle Martinson. We shall see here. But still, the field pretty spread out right now. We do see Mike Hasty still trying to reel in Josh Oswald for that 5th place spot. Hasty's just trying to set up the pass here. See Mike Hasty getting a good run here in turns 1 and 2. Getting a good run off the corner, maybe trying to set up a pass here through 3 and 4. Mike Hasty right there on the back bumper of that 17 machine. Here we see they're going by some lap traffic here. Now, recently we did see 2 drivers in tonight's event. Both of them participated in the Carolina Pro Late Model Series Winterfest 22. That was Aaron Johnson, who is your 2nd place driver and 5th place driver. Oh, and we see, as I was saying, that caution flag is out. Michael Wamble now looks like he has crashed. We'll take a look at exactly what happened to that 181 machine. I know he was battling with Shane Bedford last I checked in on that 181, so we'll see what happened here. So we were having a side-by-side battle between Bedford and Wamble coming off of turn number 4. Still side-by-side here in the front stretch. We see Wamble barely misses hitting that outside wall. And we see he just gets very, very loose heading into turns 1 and 2. Car starts to show signs of getting sideways. And right now it doesn't look like Wamble will be able to save it. And the car is just officially sideways now. Man, definitely unfortunate for Wamble there. He is actually now down a lap. I know at one point Wamble was in the top 5, but just has had a lot of bad luck here tonight. Hopefully he can turn it around. But we see right now Alex Mccollum still your leader. Mccollum has dominated tonight's event, leading every single lap so far. And when the caution flag came out, he had a sizable lead over 2nd place driver Aaron Johnson. Alex Mccollum has also put 13th through 9th down a lap. Right now there's only 8 cars on the lead lap. Do actually see Ray Page. He was able to get his lap back. Once again, we continue to watch this points race between Michael Wamble, Josh Oswald, and Mike Hasty. This is the race for the championship. Right now, we see Josh Oswald, Mike Hasty both in 5th and 6th. Michael Wamble has had a rough race so far. He is in 9th, so if Wamble continues to have bad luck here tonight, then this could change who is the leader in points. I know Josh Oswald is looking to try to get his 2nd championship in a row. He won Season 4 of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Never can count out Mike Hasty as well. Hasty hasn't gotten any wins this season, but he's been very, very consistent all season long with consistent top 5s and top 10s. We are getting ready to go back green here. Alex Mccollum restarting on the bottom. Aaron Johnson restarting on the top, and green flag is back out here at the Bullring. We see Aaron Johnson right on the back bumper of that one machine trying to reel him in for that 1st place spot. We see Rick Rube on the high side trying to get by Josh Oswald for that 4th place spot. We saw Rube was around the rear quarter panel of that 17 machine, but we saw Oswald was able to get clear. Kyle Martinson trying to reel in Aaron Johnson for that 2nd place spot. Let's see what this 07 tries to do here. We see Martinson getting a good run there in 3 and 4. Almost got into the back bumper of that 78 machine. We know Kyle Martinson not afraid to use the chrome horn here. We saw him do it to Michael Wamble earlier in tonight's event. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if we see he tries to move Aaron Johnson out of the way. See right now, Martinson just still trying to set up the pass, looking to see where, Aaron Johnson is braking, where he's lifting, just trying to find any way to get by that 78 machine. We saw Martinson got a good run there in turns 1 and 2 once again, almost got into the back bumper of that 78. Do want to take a look? Here's our current top 5. See Alex Mccollum sitting in 1st. Aaron Johnson right now in 2nd. Kyle Martinson in 3rd. In that 4th place spot, it's Josh Oswald. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Mike Hasty. We are coming up on the halfway point of tonight's event. And so far, it's still been all Alex Mccollum, currently with a 7/10 lead over second place Aaron Johnson. Mccollum looking to try to get his second win in a row and his second win of the season. And if Mccollum does win tonight, like I mentioned before, he will end the streak of unique winners. We have not had a repeat winner this season. Alex Mccollum is looking to change that here tonight. We see Shane Bedford reeling in Rick Rube for that 6th place spot. Let's see what that 82 tries to do here. We'll check back in on that battle. Still, our biggest mover of tonight's event is definitely Josh Oswald. In fact, he gained another position since the last time we checked on him. Now up to 4th. I know Josh Oswald starting in that 9th place spot. He's just been able to avoid the wrecks, made some smart moves, has been saving those tires, and he's gotten up to 4th place now. He's looking to try to reel in Kyle Martinson here and get a top 3 here tonight. Definitely unfortunate, though, for Michael Wamble, who was involved in our last caution. Just got a little bit loose off of turn number 4. He is now down a lap, and at one point Wamble was in the top 5. It's definitely unfortunate that he has fallen to 9th place now and is down a lap. Hopefully we can have another caution so Wamble can get back on to the lead lap. We see Mike Hasty right now trying to reel in Josh Oswald for that 4th place spot. We saw Hasty got a good run there in turns 3 and 4, trying to reel in that 17 machine. See Hasty trying to get another run here in turns 1 and 2, maybe trying to set up a pass here for turns 3 and 4. And we know definitely if you want to try to make a pass here, as hard as it is to pass, these drivers are going to need to maybe try using that chrome horn. We are at the halfway point of tonight's event, so we're actually going to turn up the volume, pump up the intensity is now underway. We're going to turn up the volume, and we'll get to hear the sounds and sights of the racetrack and hear that sweet race car noise. Here we go. We are back here with the live racing action. Hopefully you enjoyed the pump up the intensity action there. Definitely always love hearing that race car noise. But we take a look back to the battles on track right now. We still see Alex Mccollum. He right now has a 1 second, actually now 2 second lead over second place driver Kyle Martinson. It looks like Martinson, while we were under pump up the intensity, was able to get by Aaron Johnson for that second place spot. We do see a battle for 4th place right now between Josh Oswald and Mike Hasty. We see Hasty getting a good run there in 3 and 4. Almost got into the back bumper of that 17 machine. We can definitely tell Mike Hasty not afraid to use that chrome horn. We'll see what he does here. We see Mike Hasty getting a big run here coming off of turn number 4. See what Hasty tries to do here. Mike Hasty has been stuck behind Josh Oswald for a lot of tonight's event. Just hasn't been quite able to get by that 17 machine. That might change here. We saw Hasty got a big run in 3 and 4. Looks like Mike Hasty has a lot of good entry speed. Good speed into the corner, but doesn't have good speed out of the corner. Definitely maybe needs to get a little bit more speed off the corner. If Hasty can do that, then he'll definitely be able to get by Josh Oswald. Now, we do have a lot of lap cars on track. We might see Mike Hasty try to use a lap car as a pick to maybe try to get by Josh Oswald. We saw Hasty try to look down low there. Oh, we see contact. Mike Hasty into the back bumper of Josh Oswald. But that is still, we see Hasty not able to get by Oswald. Do see a battle for second beginning to brew. Aaron Johnson trying to reel in Kyle Martinson for that second place spot. We saw Kyle Martinson there came way up the track. We see Aaron Johnson able to get a good run here in turns 3 and 4. Right now we see Aaron Johnson just trying to get a good run. At one point Aaron Johnson was in that second place spot, but Aaron Johnson, we saw Kyle Martinson was able to get by him. See right now, Aaron Johnson trying to take a look down low, using that low side. It's very, oh, we see Martinson into the outside wall there. That may slow him down a little bit. So far in tonight's event, we've definitely seen a lot of drivers using that chrome horn, using that bumper to make moves. So I don't know. I think we might see that same thing here with Aaron Johnson trying to get by Kyle Martinson there. Josh Oswald still your biggest mover of tonight's event. Oswald has gained 5 positions since the green flag dropped. What a race it has been tonight for Josh Oswald. After starting in 9th, Oswald has just been able to avoid the cautions and has just made some smart moves, and he's now up to that 4th place spot. But as I was talking about Oswald, he's got Mike Hasty on his back bumper. We know Hasty not afraid to use that chrome horn. He tried to get the 17 of Josh Oswald loose coming off of turn number 2 a couple laps ago. I think we might see Hasty try to do the same thing here. You see right now Rick Rube reeling in Mike Hasty for that 5th place spot. I know with Oswald and Hasty battling, that kind of slowed the two down and allowed Rick Rube to catch up. Definitely a tough break for Sam Wetstein. Wetstein was running in that 7th place spot, was running the top 10 and got involved in the first incident, just had nowhere to go. Incident was no fault of his, and he had to come in, get that damage fixed. He's fallen now to the 12th place position. Hopefully Wetstein can maybe find a way to get one of his laps back. He's now 2 laps down. Hopefully we maybe see a way for him to get both of them. But with the way that Alex Mccollum is putting a lot of the field down a lap, it'll be hard for Sam Wetstein. We continue to watch this battle for the 4th place spot. We see Mike Hasty trying to take a look to the high side to get by the 17 of Joshua Oswald. Or maybe he's trying to dime in the corners to get better run off the corner to get by that 17 machine. We do see a car onto pit road. That's Ray Page. I'm not sure what's wrong with that 41 machine. Looks like he does have a lot of damage. Ray Page definitely has had a rough race here tonight. And we see Mike Hasty able to get to the rear quarter panel of that 17 machine as we head into turns 1 and 2. Definitely watch out for that 72 machine. We see almost getting to his back bumper there. Rick Rube there as well. If either of these two make a mistake, You could throw a blanket over 4th through 6th right now. Tight battle between these three. Right now, we take a look back up to the front. Alex Mccollum right now with a 2-second lead over second place Kyle Martinson. Alex Mccollum just continues to dominate tonight's event. He's just been on a whole nother level compared to the rest of the field, looking to try to get his second win in the row. McCollum won last week at Hickory Motor Speedway, leading 13 of the 125 laps. Although he did win last week, this week if he wins, he's going to do it in dominating fashion for sure. Nobody else has led a lap here tonight, I don't think. So right now, the field's just very, very spread out right now as we come to 25 laps to go. We do have a Facebook announcement. Facebook stars are doubled for us until February the 1st. Stars are always appreciated, and from now until the end of the month, they are worth doubling. Stars definitely help support us, and it's definitely not required, but it still is appreciated. So definitely feel free to donate stars, as it helps us even more since it is doubled for this month. Got 22 laps to go at the Bullring. Less than 25 here. And right now, here's a look at your current top 5. We got Alex Mccollum in that first place spot. Second place is Kyle Martinson. In third, we have Aaron Johnson. Fourth is Josh Oswald. And then rounding out your top 5 right now, it's Mike Hasty. In fact, there we see Mike Hasty getting to the back bumper of Josh Oswald a little bit there. We see Hasty trying to diamond that corner maybe to get a better run off here. Hasty looking to try to get by that 17 machine of Josh Oswald. Right now, Hasty looking to the high side of that 17 machine. I know he's definitely trying to diamond that corners. We see Hasty able to get right to the back bump of that 17 machine. I know Mike, he is not afraid to use that chrome horn. I think we might see him try to use it on Josh Oswald. I know he did try to get Oswald loose earlier. Ended up backfiring, however. And it actually put Oswald a little bit farther ahead of over Hasty. Hasty looking to have things go differently as we come off of turn number 2. Let's see what that 72 tries to do here. Again, he's trying to diamond that corner. And also, Mike Hasty under a lot of pressure because he's not only trying to make a pass on Josh Oswald, but he's also trying to hold off your 81 machine of Rick Rube. We see right now Hasty looking to the high side. Still trying to diamond that corner. Question is, will it be enough to get by? Oh, we see Hasty into the back bumper of Josh Oswald. That actually hurts Mike Hasty a little bit instead of helping him get by that 17 machine. We see right now Mike Hasty trying to reel in still that 17 of Josh Oswald. These two have been battling for a lot of tonight's event. We see Hasty able to get to the rear quarter panel of Josh Oswald as we head into turns 1 and 2. We see Oswald, however, able to get back clear. This battle between these two shows just how hard it is to pass here at the Bullring. Mike Hasty definitely struggling to make that pass. Looks like George Fernandez into the pits now. Fernandez definitely hasn't had the night that he's wanted. Definitely unfortunate as he has fallen to that 12th place spot now. I know Ray Page, he is mainly disconnected now. Definitely not the night that Ray wanted. We're coming to 10 laps to go now for leader Alex Mccollum right now with a 2-second lead over second place Kyle Martinson. Mccollum is not home free yet, but it's looking pretty good for that one machine. Still, however, anything can happen, and definitely, especially at a track like the Bullring. So can't count out Kyle Martinson or Aaron Johnson or Josh Oswald still, but like I said, it's looking pretty good for Alex Mccollum. Do want to say another driver who has had a tough break tonight is Michael Wamble, who we just saw tag the outside wall there. Wamble was running the top 5, tagged the outside wall, and ever since then the floodgates has kind of open for that 181 as he's just lost position after position, and now Wamble is down a lap. In fact, looks like he's down 2 laps now, and I'm not sure if you will be able to get them back. Definitely an unfortunate night here tonight for Michael Wamble. We see right now Mike Hasty continuing to try to get by Josh Oswald here. Hasty still trying to diamond those corners to just get a good run off the corner and get under that 17. And Mike Hasty still under a lot of pressure because he's got Rick Rube right on his back bumper. You could throw a blanket over 4th through 6th right now. There we see the 72 taking it to the high side. Three laps to go now for leader Alex Mccollum. Continuing to watch this battle right now for the 4th place spot. We see Mike Hasty continuing to try to diamond the corner to get by that 17 machine of Josh Oswald. There we see Hasty taking it to the high side above Josh Oswald. Man. 2 laps to go now. Final lap for Alex Mccollum. Alex Mccollum has dominated tonight's event, leading pretty much every single lap. In fact, I think he's led every single lap, and now he's going to lead the most important one. Alex Mccollum crosses the line. He is your winner for tonight's event at the Bullring. The number 1 finishes number 1. What a race for Alex Mccollum. We see Kyle Martinson comes home in 2nd. Aaron Johnson finishes 3rd. See Michael Wamble giving Alex Mccollum a little congratulatory bump there. I think we are getting ready to see Mccollum burn it down here. No, we do not see burnouts. So we are now going to start the driver interviews. We'll start off by pulling in your 3rd place finisher, Aaron Johnson, if we can get him into the waiting room. Right now we don't have any of our top 3 in the waiting room, so if we have any of our top 3 finishers watching, please make your way to the Thunderstruck Discord's waiting room. There we go. We got your winner, Alex Mccollum, to the waiting room. We're waiting for the rest of your top 3 finishers. There we go. We got Aaron Johnson here in the waiting room. We'll go ahead and pull him in, see what he has to say about tonight's event. Aaron, this is Atlee in the Intensity Broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. I know you started in that 2nd place spot, and you were running there for a lot of tonight's event. And we saw you were up there for Alex for a couple times on the restarts, but Alex was able to get away from you. And eventually, we saw you battling with Kyle Martinson there for that 2nd place spot. Martinson was able to get by you, and you didn't really let him get out of your sights, but still, Martinson was able to finish in that 2nd place spot. You ended up finishing 3rd. I mean, what was your take on tonight's event?
It was a great race. Car was just very loose tonight. I burnt up my stuff trying to see if I could track down Alex. But other than that, racing with Kyle out there at the end right there, I couldn't ask for a better race right there. But I'm glad I brought the car home one piece. Just real loose.
Do you think it was a setup thing or just the nature of the track?
Just the track. Just how how you get to the corners and how narrow it is getting into the how the apron and the line are so close right there, and it's easily to push up and really upset your car.
Gotcha. Well, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
I got to thank SPM, Shockeye 12, Kent Hunley, Daniel Pope, Alex McCollum, Kyle Martinson, all the guys that helped me run this deal. I thank my mom, my dad, and my wife for letting me do this, and you for broadcasting, and Jason and Josh Oswald for putting all this on.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Aaron, have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Thank you. All right, let's now pull in your second place finisher. It is Kyle Martinson. Kyle, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, sir. What's up, man?
He's doing pretty good up here in the broadcast booth here tonight. It was definitely a fun race to watch. It was definitely a fun race to watch you, battling for that second place spot. You started in that third place spot, and we didn't really say your name too much, but eventually you were able to catch Johnson there, and we missed the battle between y'all two, but when we came back from Pump Up the Intensity, we saw that you were up to that second place spot, able to get by Johnson, and after that, you didn't let him get back by you, but you couldn't quite get up there to Mccollum. I mean, what was your take on tonight's event?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Kent Hunley put together a great set, and tires were almost perfect there at the end, so he did a really good job. So hats off to him, all my teammates at SPM, and that was a fun race. And he said my name doesn't get called out a lot. I guess that just happens when you race with Alex McCollum. So it is what it is, but we'll take second place, I guess.
Now, I did hear from a lot of people that the tires can get burned off really bad here at the Bullring. How are your tires there at the end for you?
Mine were almost perfect. You just can't overdrive entry, and that's about all, I guess. I don't know. Tires were really good. The set was awesome.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, Kyle, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my wife and my month-old baby for letting me race tonight, and that's about it.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, man.
No problem. And we are now going to pull in your winner of tonight's event. It's the one machine of Alex McCollum. Alex, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. 2 wins in a row here. 1 at Hickory, 1 at the Bullring. 2 very challenging tracks. This time you won it in dominating fashion, leading every single lap of tonight's event after starting on the pole. Nobody could even get close to you for that lead. I mean, you just absolutely dominate performance. I mean, what was your take on tonight's event?
I knew going into the night I'd be decent since it's Bullring. I'm fairly decent at Bullring, so I felt pretty good. The setup was pretty good, fit my driving style a little bit in the beginning, and then it got pretty snug in the middle, so I kind of fell off in the middle of the run, and then burned off that right rear and was able to get it loose, so that helped me during the long run.
I mean, what does it take to dominate here at a track like the Bullring? I mean, normally we see a lot of beating and banging racing for that lead, but you were just able to waltz away from the field.
Yeah, the key to be fast, honestly, is just be consistent, run the same laps, and go.
Got you. Well, before we let you go, Alex, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
I was gonna thank SPM, all the guys over there, and you guys for putting this on.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the win here tonight, Alex. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Well, that is going to do it for tonight's event. I want to thank everyone who tuned in to watch tonight's broadcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Make sure to also check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And also make sure to check out our merchandise store, IntensityBroadcasting.com, where you can find shirts, hats, stickers, mouse pads, mugs, posters, and so much more. with our logo and our Amazing Leagues logo on the items. So make sure, again, check out intensitybroadcasting.com. I'm your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atman-Weiss. And I want to thank everyone for watching the broadcast. And on behalf of the Intensity Broadcasting team, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Over and out.